Welcome. This is your space to rest, to release, and to return to yourself. Let's begin with your breath. There's no need to change it. Just notice how it feels, where it moves, how gently it rises and falls. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let each breath bring you home. Now gently bring your awareness to your body. If you're sitting, feel the ground beneath you. If you're lying down, feel the softness supporting you. Let your shoulders relax. Soften your jaw. Unclench your hands. Let gravity hold you. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. With every breath out, feel a little more weight leave your body. You are safe to let go. If a thought comes up, simply notice it, as if it were a leaf floating down a stream. You don't need to follow it. Just return to the breath. You are not your thoughts. You are not your worries. You are the space that holds them, and the peace beneath them. Let each breath be a gentle release. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are here. You are already enough. Your breath is calm now. Your body is at rest. And as sleep gently approaches, let the Buddha's voice stay with you, to guide your heart through the night. Letting go of attachment, a path to freedom with the Buddha. Any emotion, when held onto for too long, slowly weighs down the heart. Love, memories, ambition, each begins with something precious, something we want to protect. But over time, what we cling to begins to exhaust us. And when we can't let go, we end up hurting ourselves. At the center of it all is attachment. This journey invites you to gently explore the teachings of the Buddha and the insights of great philosophers as we learn together how to soften, release, and lighten what weighs upon the heart. We reflect on different forms of attachment, where each arises, and how we might hold it more lightly. Letting go is not forgetting. It is not giving up. Letting go is choosing freedom. So if there is something heavy sitting quietly in your heart tonight, pause for a moment. Come sit with us. Listen. The more you release, the lighter you become. The lighter you become, the more free you are. Let us begin this path of release. together. Why do I keep holding on? Have you ever felt heavy inside for no obvious reason? Nothing has happened, and yet your heart feels full of swirling thoughts. Thoughts that circle around something you just can't seem to let go of. At the center of that inner storm, there is often one quiet force: attachment. The Buddha once said, "Attachment brings sorrow and fear. Without attachment, there is no sorrow, no fear." We crave, we want, and we fear losing what we've come to hold dear. That's where attachment begins, when wanting turns into clinging. Philosopher Epictetus also wrote, "We suffer not from what happens, but from our thoughts about what happens." It's not the world outside that causes pain, but the rigid way we believe things should be. Attachment is like a shadow of the heart. It often starts out as love, care, or a sincere wish to protect what matters. Over time, that wish hardens into insistence. I need it to be this way. And with that, peace begins to ripple and fade. We think that if we let go, we'll fall apart. That our identity, our stability, or our happiness depends on holding on. But the Buddha reminded us, all things arise, remain, and eventually pass away. When we forget that nothing is permanent, we begin building houses on sand, trying to stop time with our bare hands. Why is it so hard to let go? Often, it's fear. Fear that if we release something, it will disappear. Thou will be hurt. Thou will be left with nothing. But the Buddha gently tells us, letting go is the greatest wealth. Only an empty bowl can be filled with something new. You don't need to throw everything away tonight. Letting go begins with awareness. Just noticing, gently, without judgment, when your heart is clinging. So tonight, quietly ask yourself, what is making my heart feel heavy? Even that small act of looking is already the first step in letting go. When things don't go the way I hoped, we make countless choices in our lives. Some feel small, some feel life-changing. But no matter how carefully we plan, things don't always go our way. People don't always behave as we imagined. Circumstances shift. Outcomes surprise us. And when life turns in an unexpected direction, we feel discomfort in the heart. That discomfort, if we're not careful, turns into attachment. We begin to cling to how things should have been. The Buddha said, not getting what you want, that is suffering. One root of suffering is our need to control. We want our children to behave in a certain way, our partner to speak with kindness, the world to move according to our timeline. The more tightly we hold on to how things must be, the more pain we feel when reality moves differently. Why do we cling so hard to outcomes? Often, it's because we think success will prove our worth. If it turns out well, I was right. If it doesn't, maybe I'm not enough. But the Buddha reminds us, your actions are yours to choose, but their results are not. Our power lies in what we do now, not in what the world does in return. Philosopher Marcus Aurelius echoed this wisdom. It's not the outcome that defines you, but your attitude. We distort reality when we insist, this is how it must be. That insistence creates tension, resentment, grief. The Buddha offered a gentle path. Wisdom is the ability to see things as they truly are, to look at people as they are, flawed and beautiful, to meet this moment without needing to reshape it, to accept yourself just as you are. This is not giving up. It is not a weakness. It is the beginning of peace. Many of us think, if I let go, I'm losing. Or, if I stop fighting, I've failed. But the Buddha teaches, letting go is not escape, it is liberation born of awareness. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're choosing not to suffer over what you can't control. Carl Jung said, only when we release unconscious attachments can we truly live our own lives. So, if today didn't go as planned, if someone didn't meet your hopes, if something didn't unfold the way you wanted, don't fight your feelings. Just observe them quietly. The more you release, the more your heart steadies. And the steadier your heart, the more it can truly hold. When you know you should let go, but can't. Sometimes we know it's time to let go. We know holding on is hurting us. We know it isn't helping. And still, we don't let go. Maybe we're afraid that if we release our grip, everything will disappear. That if we stop thinking about it, we'll forget what mattered. Or maybe, if we let go, we'll fall apart. The Buddha said, as long as you are holding on, your mind cannot rest. Why do we struggle to release? Because sometimes what we hold on to has become part of who we are. That person, that moment, that memory, it's been woven into our identity. Letting it go can feel like tearing off a piece of ourselves. Philosopher Heidegger wrote, to exist is to live in the presence of anxiety. It's not just change that scares us. It's the idea that change might alter who we believe we are. Letting go takes courage, and not the loud kind, the quiet kind. It's the courage to sit with uncertainty, to feel your heart tremble, and stay present anyway. The Buddha said, the strong do not avoid what shakes them. They learn to be still within it. It's okay to feel shaky. It's okay to feel afraid. And if you're not ready yet, that's okay, too. Letting go doesn't happen all at once. It takes time. It takes awareness. It takes a soft, steady compassion for yourself. Rousseau said, human beings belong to the pace of nature, slow, evolving, patient. So don't rush your heart. Just notice, little by little, how the weight begins to shift. The Buddha also said, letting go should flow like water, soft, steady, natural. Sometimes we hold on because we believe this is all there is. This relationship, this opportunity, this version of life. But the Buddha reminds us, only an empty bowl can receive something new. Letting go is not about loss. It's about making space. Space for something we haven't yet imagined. So tonight, if your heart feels heavy, don't force yourself to drop everything. Instead, feel the weight. Breathe with it. and then gently say to yourself, someday, I'll be able to let this go. And for now, this moment is enough. Letting go doesn't happen in a single breath. But noticing the need to let go, that's where the journey begins. When you just want to be seen and loved, why don't they see how much I care? I give and give. Why does it feel like nothing comes back? The more we offer our heart to someone, the more we long to be understood, to be accepted, to be loved in return. But when that hope becomes expectation, and that expectation becomes pain, attachment begins to grow quietly in the name of love. The Buddha said, if you do not love yourself, you cannot truly love another. When we feel empty inside, we often mistake love as something to be filled up with. And when we don't feel full, we start clinging. Psychologist Eric Fromm wrote, love is not something you receive. It is something you are able to give. If we are ready to give from wholeness, our love becomes a search for comfort, a way to cover up loneliness rather than share joy. It's human to want to be seen, to feel that we matter. But when this need becomes too strong, we try to control others' attention. We feel hurt when they don't respond how we hoped. The Buddha reminds us, don't wait for others to understand you. Understand yourself. You don't have to hand your peace over to someone else's reaction. They are just a mirror, but you are more than what's reflected back. Sometimes we say, I gave you everything. Why won't you give it back? Or, you can't treat me this way. But hidden in these words are expectations. And expectations make love feel heavy. The Buddha also said, only a heart free of conditions can give true compassion. It's not easy to love without expecting. But when expectations begin to hurt us, it's time to pause and ask, can I love without needing anything in return? Socrates once said, know yourself. We often focus on how others see us. But what matters more is, how do you see yourself? You are already enough. You deserve love. And you are allowed to be okay on your own. You don't need to be loved to be whole. You only need to remember that your value was never up for negotiation. So tonight, when that voice inside whispers, please notice me, please love me, listen gently and respond. It's okay. I see you, and you are already loved. When you feel the need to have more, be more, look better. In a world that says, you are what you own, you are what you achieve, you are how you appear, it's easy to forget that we are already enough. So we chase, we work harder, we try to look better, and still, it never seems quite enough. The Buddha said, desire is like salty water. The more you drink, the thirstier you become. The quiet message behind every craving is this: I am not enough right now. And that feeling of lack keeps us running. It makes us restless, even when nothing is wrong. Philosopher Rousseau said, desire is the fuel of endless unhappiness. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I reach that goal. I'll finally feel peace when I earn just a little more. But the happiness of success often fades faster than we expect. Then comes the next goal, the next comparison, and the fear of losing what we've built. The Buddha warns us, those burned by the fire of ignorance find no peace even in achievement. Achievement can be a tool for growth, but it is not proof of our worth. Each time we look in the mirror, we may not see who we are, but who we think we should be. The Buddha reminds us, forms are fleeting. The mind follows them and becomes unstable. When we lack inner stillness, we try to prove our value through appearance. But beauty changes, and the more we resist that truth, the more we suffer. Philosopher Nietzsche wrote, "True beauty appears when you accept yourself as you are." Peace is not found in how far we go. It's found in how deeply we appreciate where we already are. The Buddha said, "Owning less brings freedom. Desiring less brings abundance." And Epictetus echoed, "True wealth isn't in having more, but in needing less." So today, if you find yourself tired from chasing, take a breath, step back, and speak to your own heart. Even now, just as I am enough. What I carry inside matters more than what I carry in my hands. The less we hold on to, the lighter we become. And the lighter we become, the more freely we can live. Longing for the past, worrying about the future. We often revisit the past. I shouldn't have done that. I wish I hadn't said those words. And just as often, we look ahead with worry. What if I fail again? What if this pain never ends? In holding on to what was, and bracing ourselves for what might be, we forget what is. The Buddha said, "The past is gone. The future has not yet come. Only this moment is life." Still, our minds wander back. We feel ashamed of who we were, regret the choices we made, carry wounds that still sting. But memory is just a mirror, not the moment itself. And the moment has already passed. Philosopher Montaigne wrote, "Most of the things we fear never actually happen. The same is true of our past. We hurt ourselves again and again by picking up what we already survived. And anxiety, that's often nothing more than imagination. Vivid, powerful, paralyzing." The Buddha reminds us, the future has not yet come. One who stays rooted in the present is truly awake. Philosopher Heidegger wrote, "We lose the present by clinging to what has not yet arrived." Worry does not change the future, but presence can shape it. The Buddha also said, "The breath is a mirror of the mind." So right now, notice your breathing. If your breath is tight, your heart may be holding tension too. Take a deep breath in and a slower breath out. Let this breath bring you back to now. The past cannot be found here. The future does not live here. But you are here. Letting go of the past does not mean forgetting. It means choosing not to suffer from it anymore. Letting go of the future does not mean giving up. It means having the courage not to pre-live your pain. The Buddha said, if peace is present in this moment, peace exists in your whole life. So tonight, if memories are weighing you down, if tomorrow's fears are rising too quickly, pause. Gently acknowledge, my mind has wandered again. Then, with kindness, bring yourself back to this breath, to this body, to this moment. The more you return, the more peace returns with you. When you're attached to who you think you should be, I have to be this kind of person. This doesn't feel like me. If I don't look or act a certain way, no one will respect me. So often, it's not others we're clinging to. It's ourselves. Or more precisely, who we think we're supposed to be. Pride. A fixed self-image. The pressure to live authentically. This form of self-attachment doesn't always build confidence. Sometimes it becomes a trap, tightening around our lives like a rope. The Buddha said, the moment we declare, I am this or that, attachment begins. We want to define ourselves clearly. I'm strong. I'm someone who never fails. I'm the kind of person who always gets it right. And while that can motivate us, when these identities harden, they become seeds of suffering. Philosopher Descartes famously said, I think, therefore I am. But the Buddha invites us to go deeper. I am, but not fixed, not unchanging. Pride is not the same as self-worth. Pride depends on how others see you. Self-worth is how you see yourself. The Buddha taught, if you do not love yourself, the approval of others is like wind, it comes and goes. Sometimes we hold tightly to our pride, and in doing so, we hide our fears, our softness, even our true needs. Eric from wrote, love begins with the courage to accept yourself as you are. These days, we often hear the phrase, I just want to live as my true self. But sometimes, being yourself becomes a rigid idea, another version of perfection we feel pressured to live up to. The Buddha reminds us, wisdom is found in accepting things just as they are. Your true self isn't a role to play. It's not a costume or a rule book. It's something you discover when you stop trying so hard to be anything else. The Buddha also said, to find yourself, you must first empty yourself. We try to build our identity through education, appearance, achievements. But the deeper journey is not in building. It's in letting go. Psychologist Carl Jung said, true insight doesn't come from projecting an image, but from surrendering it. So tonight, if you've been feeling the pressure to be someone, pause. Let go of that weight just for a moment. Instead of saying, I should be more, try whispering, I am okay, just as I am right now. Letting go of who you think you're supposed to be doesn't mean losing yourself. It means finally meeting yourself deeply, quietly, honestly. Why does letting go feel so scary? Would it really be okay to let this go? What if I lose everything the moment I release it? Part of your heart wants to let go. But another part, quiet, trembling, fears that letting go means losing everything, maybe even losing yourself. The Buddha said, to let go is not to lose, but to be free. Still, our minds whisper, if I stop holding on, it'll all fall apart. If I release it, it will never come back. But letting go is not an ending. It's the beginning of a new kind of flow. Philosopher Schopenhauer wrote, you must open your hand before something new can enter it. Letting go means stepping into the unknown. And sometimes, the pain we already know feels safer than the peace we've never met. So we stay in painful relationships, in draining routines, with memories that weigh us down, because at least they are familiar. But the Buddha reminds us, the fool mistakes suffering for safety. The wise seek peace even in unfamiliar places. If you're not ready to let go yet, don't blame yourself. Sometimes the heart needs time. Rousseau said, nature waits for its season. So does the human soul. Give your heart that season. Let it soften slowly. One breath, one day, one tiny release at a time. The Buddha also said, those who hold much are heavy. Those who let go become light. Letting go is not giving up. It's not avoidance. It's turning your energy back inward, away from the outcome, away from other people's reactions, away from old memories and unmet expectations. And in that turning, you begin to return to yourself. Philosopher Heidegger said, we come into clarity when we awaken inside our own being. So if tonight you feel torn, half of you wanting to release, half of you still afraid, recognize both. Your fear is part of you. It needs kindness, not resistance. Gently say to yourself, I see this fear. I understand it. And I trust that one day I'll be ready to let go. Letting go is never a command. It's a quiet unfolding, a shift that happens when your heart feels safe enough to stop holding on. How letting go transforms us. Someone who has let go of everything is not someone who has lost everything. They are someone who has put down the weight and opened their arms to life. The Buddha said, where there is no attachment in the heart, there is freedom wherever you go. It is not what you hold that defines your peace. It is what you are willing to release. Those who have let go are no longer tossed by the world, no longer shaken by others' opinions. They return to the still center within. Philosopher Epictetus wrote, freedom is not given by the outside world. It begins the moment you let go of what binds you. Letting go does not make us cold. It makes us honest. When we stop clinging to expectations, we are free to love with clarity and compassion. The Buddha said, only love that does not cling is true compassion. Real love does not try to change the other. It accepts, just as the river accepts each stone in its path. Letting go means trusting the flow of things, believing that what comes is meant to come, and what goes is meant to leave. The Buddha said, We meet by causes and conditions. We part by causes and conditions. All is complete in that flow. And Lao Tzu said, water is calm because it flows. It is strong because it does not resist. Those who have let go no longer drag their past behind them. They don't cling to a future they cannot control. They surrender gently to the present. Those who are attached live in memories or in fear. Those who are free, they live in this moment, fully awake. The Buddha taught, one who lives fully in the present is already dwelling in a heavenly state. To let go means releasing the expectations, the labels, and the fears we've placed on ourselves. And in return, we gain something beautiful, the ability to live as we are. Carl Jung wrote, the moment we accept ourselves completely, we begin to awaken. You've carried so much. You've held tight to things, to people, to ideas. And if through this journey, you've let go of even one thing, just one, you've already begun to change. Letting go lightens our step. It softens our relationships. It frees the mind. So today and every day forward, may your life grow lighter. May your love grow deeper. And may your heart grow freer. And like the quiet wisdom of the Buddha, always resting beside you, may your peace remain. After the letting go, you've come so far. One breath at a time, you've gently set down the burdens your heart has carried. And we, who've walked this path with you, we know how sacred that effort truly is. Now you understand. Letting go is not about losing something. It's about learning how to live with a wider, quieter heart. The Buddha said, letting go is the doorway to liberation. Those who let go dwell in stillness. Your heart, once clinging and clenched, has become a hand that opens, a presence that holds life gently, not tightly. Yes, you may feel attachment again. You may feel anxious. You may fear letting someone go, or struggle to release something that once mattered deeply. When that happens, come back to these words. Come back to this space. As the Buddha taught, returning again and again is itself the practice. You are doing just fine. The more you let go, the lighter you will feel. And the lighter you feel, the more love and peace you will carry. So tonight and always, may your heart rest a little easier. May you remember, you are not alone on this path. And like the Buddha's quiet wisdom that stays close by, may peace stay quietly beside you. Thank you.